Hi, Pete Moore, Mart TV. What I have here today is something rather nice. It's Bergara's B14 R stands for rimfire, steel trainer. Steel because it's got a steel barrel, because there's also a carbon fibre wrapped option. And trainer because it mimics, well it duplicates, sorry not mimics, their HMR Hunter Marksman rifle, which is very popular for longer range shooting in calibers like 6.5 Creedmoor. The idea is it is actually a training gun that you can make the transition from the full bore to the rimfire, and apart from recoil you are shooting the same gun, which if you're very keen on disciplines like Precision Rifle League, then you can take time out to keep your hand in even out of season. There's also a separate rimfire league for guns like this, or you might see it as more as I do as a heavy barreled varminter, and also an ideal candidate for long range 2-2 rimfire, ringing steel at 200 yards, pushing the caliber out as far as it can go. But typical Bergara, it's a very nice gun. So, and I've been shooting it this morning, put about 300 rounds through it so far. I'm not going to stop once I finish the video because it's just such fun. Okay, let's look a little bit closer. Stock is a very heavy synthetic, and inside is an inner bedding chassis that goes from about here right up the fore end, so the gun sits very snugly. It's fully adjustable with this thumb screw here. Slack it off, comb comes up and down, and when you set the right height, you just lock it in position. As in the HMR rifle, length of pull is by 3 spacers. You can see you get a good inch and a bit of movement, which is more than enough. As a long arm person, I found that all 3 spacers work for me. There's a slight cutout here with a gripping hook, and the pistol grip is nice and full and virtually upright, so it's almost a little bit feels like shooting a thumb hole, though it's not, which is good. Finishes like a sort of a grey with a spackle black over it. You get 4 QD cup sockets here, 2 per side for sling. Also at the back a QD stud and 2 up front for bipod mounting and other accessories. The action is, say, a 2-2 rimfire action, obviously. It locks in the middle much like the RUAG M7722, but Bergara have got a nice long handle with a nice big bolt knob on the end. It's knurled here, it's not rough, but it's nice texture to get hold of. The action basically is a 700 style, so you've got all the normal stuff that a 700 has. Rolling safety 2 position with bolt operation in safe, 4 to fire. There's a cocked action indicator, shows red there, which Remington don't do, they do something slightly different. There's twin extractors. Feed is from the satchel magazine. Again, it's the same as the 5-shot from the HMR, but what they've done, they've made a dummy mag and put a 10-shot magazine in it. As you saw, there's a paddle release, which is ambidextrous, which is quite nice. Trigger is well carved, and the guard is quite large, enough for a glove finger, but it's adjustable. You have to take the action out of the stock, but what you get is a weight difference of 2.8 to 4.4 pounds, and Bergara say it's factory set at 3.7 pounds. I haven't taken it off the factory setting, but I did find that a little bit, not hard, but a little bit firm, so I think I'm going to take the stock out when I finish this and knock it back a little bit further. The action is cut for short action Remington mounts, so you can put a MOA rail on it, whatever you like. This one just got Weaver type bases on it. The barrel is 18 inches and a big lump of steel. It makes up for most of the weight of the gun. This version being a steel barrel gun, the weight comes in at 9.2 pounds, which is quite a lump of weight for a rimfire. There is also the option of a carbon fibre wrap barrel, which shaves approximately £1 pound off that, which is good. The only problem is it puts the price up, but that's life. The muzzle is threaded 1/2 by 28 UNEF, because it's obviously being generated by Bergara USA, so you need to get that sort of moddy. It would be nice if the UK importers had got them in 1/20. Overall length of 38 inches. It is, I won't be joking here, it is a heavy rifle for a 2-2. I wouldn't want to go sort of walking up rabbits with this thing, but from what it's been shooting like today, it's certainly got some good accuracy potential. But everything's just nice. It works well, so nice grip, a sensible 10-shot mag. It'd be nice if Bergara had included a spare, but they don't. But they're easily available and they're not that expensive. There's no real hassle for this gun. I recall when I tested one of these, it was the carbon fibre model, must be about 2 years ago now, must be at least 2 years, maybe more, when they first came out. I had a problem with extraction. It was shooting okay and feeding okay, but cases would occasionally drop off the extractor, which obviously is quite annoying. And I followed some threads on various websites back then, and there was quite a few complaints about the extractors not working properly. However, this is a brand new out-of-the-box gun, and say I've put 300 odd rounds through it this morning without any problems at all. So I think whatever's happened, Bergara's cured it. So it certainly is just, in my opinion, 100% reliable. Ammunition wise, I picked 6 brands. Ammotec 22LR 40 grain, which is a standard velocity. 22 Remington subsonic, another 40 grain sub. Ely's subsonic hollow 38 grain sub, a little bit lighter. RUAG subsonic HP, again 40 grain, and my favourite Winchester subsonic 42 grain max, which saves a 42 grain load, and it's just a little bit more in performance downrange I've found. And finally, RUAG special match, again a 40 grain pure match load, and though at 50 yards there wasn't a lot in it, the match, from what I could see, definitely aced the others, but still, as you can see when we show you the targets, performance was very impressive all over. And I actually pushed the match out to 100 metres, and apart from the occasional windy flyer, it was pushing some very good groups. Okay, here we are at the targets. So there's 6 loads here. Top left is the special match from RWS, good group. Top right is the RUAG subsonic, again not too scabby, and top left on the second sheet is the Ammotec 40 grain standard. For a standard from Ammotec, that's again not a bad group. Going to the lower line, bottom left is the Ely subsonic 38 grain, bottom right is the Winchester 42 grain max, and last but not least on card 2, bottom left Remington subsonic. Overall, some pretty good groups. I think that the RWS match has just got it in terms of sort of reasonably well spaced group, where others are showing a little bit of throwing the bullet. However, the Remington subsonic comes a very, very close second. So I think we can safely assume that the barrel on this B14R is pretty good, because it's throwing some good groups without really too much effort. Maybe a tickle on the trigger could make it better, I don't know, but proves one thing: the gun can damn well shoot. Okay, here we are. Just show this thing in action. With a full mag of 10, you need to open the bolt first, otherwise the mag doesn't quite engage, so just bear that in mind. It locks in nicely. Forward, safety on safe, you can see. Well positioned, like any Remington safety. Just roll it forward. I'm using the RWS match here. So I'd say at 100 metres, without really putting too much effort into it, it's shooting an inch, probably just a bit less. So, as we can see, no problem in the action, just smooth and slick. All the cases come out. I wasn't really working the bolt that hard, but the whole thing just feels really nice. It really is a rather nice rifle. As always, I'm tempted by these things. Okay, so if you like what you saw, tell your friends, comment, support the website, and if you want to talk to me about anything, then it's pmore.shootingsports@gmail.com. And I'll see you again soon with more good kit to play with and look at, and above all, shoot well and be safe. See ya.